Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today I bring you a video. You are going to listen and know the list of benefits in Germany, and who can apply for that benefit. So I will play a video. Please, if you have your pen and paper, jot it down. Just write everything you'll be hearing. Those people that can benefit from German social. Everybody knows that Germany is a social country. So if you are living in Germany, me myself, I learned from this video. When I was watching this video, there's a lot of things, a lot of benefit I supposed to be having, but because I don't have the idea, I was so shocked and surprised. So all these things exist in this country. That is why it's good for us to learn. So I said, the way I don't know most of these things, a lot of people out there will not know most of these things too. So let us just go straight to the video. Please listen, like this video, share, thank you.
Title 2. According to your Ausweis, according to your residence permit. What you have to know is Germany is a social state, which means there are many of those social benefits that are existing out there. But in this video, I'm just going to list you some few categories, the ones that I think is going to meet your case, okay? Meet your case means according to your Ausweis, according to the paper you're holding. So let's move. The first one is going to be category 1. Family and child benefits. When it comes to family and child benefits, the first one is obviously Kindergeld. Mostly for those with regular residence permits, which means by the time you are receiving asylum benefits, you cannot receive Kindergeld. Number 2 is going to be Kinderzuschlag. So Kinderzuschlag is mostly for people with low income, which means you must have been working. Okay, then you can collect Kinderzuschlag. And also, you can, by collecting Kinderzuschlag, you can apply also for what we call Wohngeld. Two of them always go together. So there are people who work, they cannot belong to job center because they are not earning that enough to stand on their own. They cannot turn to Kinderzuschlag or Wohngeld. Number 3 is going to be what we call Elterngeld. Elterngeld is mostly for parents who are in maternity leave, okay? Now they are put to bed and they're at home. They're taking care of this child, so they can be in Elterngeld. It can be the father, it can be the mother. Both can take it simultaneously. Another one is going to be Mutterschaftsgeld, mostly for pregnant mothers who have been working before they put to bed. So they take their maternity leave 6 weeks before they are in Bindungstermin. They also apply for what we call Mutterschaftsgeld, because during this time, nobody can pay them. So to return out to the Krankenkasse, apply for Mutterschaftsgeld. Krankenkasse is going to pay them this money 6 weeks before they put to bed, and also 6 weeks after they've put to bed. The next one is going to be what we call Betreuungsgeld. This is one doesn't exist anymore in the whole of Germany, so it doesn't exist nationwide. It exists in some certain Bundesländer like Bayern and also Sachsen. So it is about 150 euros, and it's for those who keep their children at home, who are already ripe for kindergarten age, but they don't send them to kindergarten. They prefer to betreuung these children at home. Okay, they prefer to do the caretaking themselves at home. They can receive now what we call Betreuungsgeld. Then the next one is going to be the Hausvorschuss. And the Hausvorschuss is mostly coming from the union and from the government to a single parent who is taking care of the child, and the parent who is liable to pay what we call Unterhalt is not able to pay, so the government takes over. So that is Unterhaltsvorschuss. Also for people with regular permits. If you're having do and all the like, you or Aufenthaltsgestattung, you cannot collect Unterhaltsvorschuss because it doesn't accept this Ausweis, this form of Ausweis. The last but not the least under this category is going to be put, popularly known as Bildungsunterhaltsgeber, okay? So this is mostly for children in low income families. And you see that most of the children that before here are children that their parents are already receiving some sick benefits like Wohngeld or like Bürgergeld. Our second category is going to be housing benefits. The one that you should be interested in mostly would be Wohngeld. And as already explained when I was talking about Kinderzuschlag, Wohngeld is for those who are working. They can't belong to job center because they are earning enough not to belong to job center. They are not earning enough to be able to stand financially on their own. So they will turn out to the state for subsidy to rents. While our second category is going to be unemployment benefits, unemployment and work benefits. So we'll have Abalu Zengate eyes also for people who have worked and they don't have job anymore. They'll be paying into the social insurance fund. They can now turn now to Abay's Against You and ask for Abalu Zengate eyes. We have Abalu Zengate sign, which is popularly known as Buga Guild. Buga Guild is mostly for those with regular permits, so they are job seekers or maybe people who are working. They're not enough to belong to one guild or Kinder Toshlab, so they are forced to belong to job center. The next one is going to be social welfare under this category. For people who cannot work more than 3 hours a day and cannot also belong to Buga Guild, they can apply for social welfare. Then you also have Kurzarbeiter Guild. This one are for people who are forced to reduce their working hours due to an economic turndown. We had this mostly also during Corona. They also have what we call a surveillance guide. These are for employees whose employer has already registered bankruptcy. You can now turn and apply for a surveillance guide. The next one is going to be Cruise Sherun in Alta, owned by the EBF's Minteru. Mostly for people who are permanently disabled, cannot belong to job center, or for elderly people who are already in the pension fund, like they don't earn enough to stand financially on their own. They have to turn now to the state to get another small financial help. And the last but not the least is going to be Azul Beveba Lifestone for asylum seekers and tolerated persons. So those are the few that I could give you because I know that it's going to meet.
Oh, my beautiful people, you have heard her. Our sister has just listed all the social benefits that you can get in Germany. But mind you, all those benefits depending on your stay in Germany, your document, your status in Germany. Yes, you cannot just maybe, for example, she has explained like Kindergeld. Maybe if you are under asylum, you cannot get Kindergeld. She has explained everything because there is a lot you can get from Germany, but depending on your paragraph, what you have, your documents, that is what we guarantee you to have all these social benefits that she just listed, And secondly too, in Germany, if you are on pension, you still have right to work part-time job. Maybe the pension money is not enough for you, you can still go for part-time job. Yes, you can still go for part-time job. That is how it is in Germany. So a lot to gain, a lot to lose. But on my own opinion, she has listed all these things. A lot of people used to say, oh, there's money in Germany, there's social, you can get social, you can get all these things. But remember, one thing I have to tell you is that this money you are getting from government, you can never get peso. You will never. They will disturb you until you will learn to go and work. Yes. The best thing, if you are not sick, yes, that's the only way, and you don't have a child, if you are sick and you just give birth, that you have a little child that you are taking care of, it's okay for you to get money from government. Because if you don't have you are not sick, you don't have a child, for me, I will always advise anybody that is close to me to go and work. Yes, the only thing that I will advise a worker or a parent to apply is Kinderzuschlag. Yes, Kinderzuschlag. That is the only thing that I will say, okay, because you are working, maybe your money is not enough, you can apply, but they will still calculate the money, because you see all this Wohngeld. Wohngeld is every 1 year. It happens to me. Every 1 year, you have to, submit your pay slip for 1 year. They will calculate everything. If they pay you much, if they pay you too much, you have to pay back. So for example, they pay you money you have eaten, and later they calculate everything. After 1 year, they will calculate everything when you apply, because here in Germany, like Wohngeld, you renew it every 1 year. Let me just say renew every 1 year. While Kinderzuschlag, you renew it every 6 months. Before, it was even when you make a Grossoantrag, that's the big application, you know, after 6 months, they will just say, okay, do the Kurz-Antrag, which is the smaller application. But now they have stopped it, and you are going to do every 6 months Grossoantrag, which means the big application, everything. They will ask you to go and bring a payslip from where you are working, you know, a lot, your house rent, a lot of papers work you have to start every 6 months. And why Wohngeld is every 1 year. And that Wohngeld, if they find out that they calculated that they paid you much, you have to return it. It's also like social, like if you are getting Arbeitslosengeld 2, or what they call Bürgergeld. If you are getting too much, they pay you too much. Like Bürgergeld, they have specific amount they pay. I think Bürgergeld is after when you finish from your Arbeitslosengeld 1, then they will calculate your money, because Bürgergeld, they have specific money they pay. But Social, Arbeitslosengeld 2, they will pay your house rent, they will calculate your money, how much you use, how much you have to eat, then they will pay. But my dear people, if that money after 1 year, and they find out that you are paying more, especially when you are working. When you are not working, it's okay, but when you are working and your money is not enough, and you are getting money from government, every time you have to be submitting your payslip, so that they will calculate. When they pay you much, like for example, last year they pay you much, you have to return everything this year. That's how it is. So she has listed all the social benefits. You have heard a lot here. Me myself, I did not know a lot here, but the way I have seen it, a lot is here that I don't even have idea. Anyway, if you have watched to this time, thank you very much. Please subscribe to this channel, subscribe, like this video, share. Thank you very much for always coming to watch my video. I really appreciate every one of you. Thank you. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye for now. Woman of strength, new life for growth.